All right, cool. It's Rich Costas with WMF, sitting here with Anthony Pettis, the last man to hold a lightweight title in the WEC. Thanks for taking the time out, bro, to do this video with us. You know, coming into the UFC, you had a guaranteed title shot, and it was going to be between the winner of Frank Edgar Gray Manning, right?
Yes. Now
that's changed because they had a draw, and now you're fighting Guida, who's a dangerous guy. What kind of impact did that have on you, if any, on any like motivation, emotions, training? Did that have any type of impact on you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're promised something and then they change their mind, it always sucks. But in this sport, anything can happen. So I mean, you got to be ready for anything and everything. I stay training. Most good fighters always train during off season. I mean, most guys that want to be successful, we always got to get better. Right. So I actually asked for Guida fight because I wanted to fight somebody that's similar to a Gray Maynard or a Frankie Edgar, so my camps will flow into each other, fighting a wrestler to another wrestler. So I think Guida's a really good matchup for me, just because of I think it's his style.
Yeah, right on. Cool. Now that being said, what advice can you give to a young up-and-coming fighter when things don't go the way, when they're expecting one thing and another thing happens? How can they kind of keep their emotions in check and stay on the right path?
Just be ready for it, especially at the lower level. All of my amateur fights and even some of my pro fights at the local level, you don't even know who you're fighting until the night of. I mean, these matchmakers try to put them together, but there's so many guys that flake out and you don't know who you're fighting. So you get used to it at that point of your career, but then you know, the big show, once you make it to the big show, it's just mad standard. So just keep your head on and just remember we're here to fight, and that's what we're doing.
Awesome. Right on. Next question is, I saw you on the World of Janks. I watched that show. I've seen a lot of your fights, seen a lot of your interviews. It kind of seemed like the Showtime, like that brand that you kind of created.
Yeah.
It seems like it wasn't something you just thought of. It's something that's been with you for a long time. It's kind of a two-part question. First off, what even gave you that kind of insight to know, like, I got to have my own brand? And secondly, can you kind of tell the young guys what's the importance of having your own brand, being unique? You know?
Yeah, you got to brand yourself. Any good business, they brand themselves. The place for it now, McDonald's, Burger King, you got to have a brand that people believe in. If you believe in your brand, people are going to believe in your brand, and that's how it grows. So to be a fighter and not have nothing after that, it's not good. I mean, fighting, you're not going to be able to retire off fighting. Select few guys will be able to. So you build a brand, you start doing T-shirts, you start doing I run gyms, I own a sports bar. You got to use your fame that you're getting from fighting and branch off in other businesses. So branding my Showtime name, Showtime Sports Bar, Showtime Mixed Martial Arts Academy. I'm branding everything off. Showtime Apparel. So it's just a matter of making money, man. If you want to make money, you got to brand yourself. If you want to be the best fighter and be broke, you can do it all.
All right, well, just kind of leading off that, you know, how did you figure out, like, Showtime was you? That was your thing. Like, how did you know that?
That actually, my coach gave me that name.
Really?
I was fighting my second pro fight, and he was on the same card as me. And we both were fighting on the same card. He didn't see the fight after after his fight. And he looks at the fight, he's like, man, every time you go out there, you put on a show. And we're going to play Showtime, and it just stuck with me. And ever since then, I've been bringing Showtime.
You just built off
and I ran with it.
Right on. Okay, I got a couple more questions for you. It seems that, like, most people who reach the elite level, whether it's in sports, business, whatnot, they all have, like, a deep belief in themselves and what they can do.
Yeah.
Now, what did you do from the beginning, before anyone knew who you were, and you were looking up this mountain I got to climb? How did you kind of garner that belief, and how can these fighters who are trying to be where you're at kind of keep that belief in the faith and keep going, you know?
You got to take it one fight at a time. You can't look at it as a big mountain that you're climbing. You take it one fight at a time. You got one hump to climb, you beat that one, you go to the next one, you go to the next one. I mean, you're going to fall down a couple times. All the great fighters have losses. So it's just not looking at the big picture. And you got to believe in yourself. I mean, if you don't have the confidence to believe in yourself and the way you speak, the way you present yourself, then you're not going to be in the cage. So, confidence is huge in this world.
So, for someone, let's say, who doesn't have confidence, is there a way they can start gaining confidence, making that happen?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, confidence in the cage, confidence outside the cage, they're both things that you train. People don't just get confidence, they train it, they believe in themselves, and that's how you get confidence. My big thing to get my confidence, I did traditional taekwondo my whole life.
You did what?
Traditional taekwondo. So we did a lot of just confidence building stuff, being in front of the class, leading classes, teaching classes, making sales. So that helped out really big time for my confidence outside of the cage. Inside of the cage, I just trained my ass off. So
that makes sense.
Confidence comes with it.
Right on. Couple more questions for the fans. Who do you got? Who do you think is going to win this weekend? Bader and Jones?
I'm going with Jones. Jones is more athletic. He's longer, and he's just. I think he's a phenom.
How about Franklin and Griffin?
I'm going with Griffin on that one just because of size, and I think if Griffin can take him down, he can do some damage.
Okay. And the main event, Silva's
my boy, and I think Silva's going to hang on to that title and get something cool.
All right, cool. One last question. I've given you a little info on our site. What do you think? Why would you use our site if you were a young up-and-coming fighter? How could it benefit you?
If you want to get sponsors, if you want to get paid, you got people have to know who you are. If people don't know who you are, then you won't get anything. You can go to any business and say, I'm a fighter, I need you to sponsor on my shorts. Some businesses are willing to do it. Me as a local fighter, I made $10,000 off local shows getting sponsors. I was hustling all the sponsors out. So get your videos on the site, use your YouTube, get it on Twitter, get it on Facebook. All the free media you can get, take advantage of it.
Right on, brother. All right, man. Thanks, dog. Appreciate it. Right on, dude.
This is our website.